Well, this one's for Mummy, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, Foxy girl. In the shelter. She doesn't want me to go near her. She's got her ears back. She can probably hear some. She's listening. It's okay, darling. I'll get out of your way. All right, sweetie? Yeah? Good girl. Ears are back, so, you know, I don't go near her when she's got her ears back. But the sheep are out there in the far corner over near the chicken shed. They're all gathering around down there, and of course, Buster's eating hay. Buster's eating hay. And the sheep are right there in the back corner. There's a bit of a shade over there underneath those trees. Get out of the rain, but I reckon they're probably grazing over there and having a ball now that they can get in here and feed on some good grass, you know. And you can see, look, this it's not coming back this way yet because this is just natural rainfall here. That's just natural rainfall, you know. Even that bit there, that's just natural rainfall. You see, this is just natural rainfall. You see, but you know, it'll come off the side there, come off his side. Look, you can already see the look at the amount of water. This is just surface water too, guys, right? This is stuff you can see on top of the land, and it pulls around that tree there, comes down. You can see the moisture, see there, and you can actually see it's also coming in this direction here. See, it's all starting. Oh yeah, he got an extra puddle there now. Look, you know, do the maths of how much meterage per square meter is dropping off this shed with no guttering and no water tank to collect it, and he's just leaving it, letting it flow into our property. You know, this is the fines for that is a lot too, guys. You know, my partner owns the land, so she's following that up. She's got a lot of things coming in all different directions, but anyway. And yeah, pulls up here, fills up here, fills up there, fills, you know. And out there, all I've got out there is just the rainfall coming down. We can even put another couple of those little water tanks out there, so when we do have a drought, we'll have enough water out there to supply the little water trough that I've got out there, you know. But yeah, Buster was just watching the sheep. The sheep are starting to move because, yeah, that's you know, they have a pattern now where they just go around and graze. But yeah, we can put a few more little tanks out there. It is what it is, guys. We'll keep you updated because this water doesn't even connect with the water on the other side of that little fence there where the gate is, there over there. Over, I better be careful here because they've got the electrics on. You know, that little gate there, over there. Near our sand pile. The sheep were eating that. But you know, on the other side is a puddle of water. This is why I can't pump this out to there, because if I pump this out to there, then I'm going to flood. I might flood Byron, and I might flood Deb. You know, because there's a bit of a low spot just in here. But the water does, all the water from the back paddock does run that way. Oh, there's a plover. But the water does in the back paddock out here, way out, past, it's focusing on my finger, past the past the shoulder shed, on the other side of the shoulder shed, the back paddock where all the mallow is, the water seems to be travelling in that direction and over to the main road. That's a good thing. And that's, you know, the farmers, when they ploughed it back in the 17 or 1800s, that's what they did. Farm management, because I know they've moved a lot of water around here because they've got these things on a map called these big water ponds or pooling something. And I'm sure that they were trying to change the course of you know, what's underground here. The ridge and the creek, the Tyrrell Ridge, the Tyrrell Creek. They reclaimed all of this back in the 1800s. No, you know, it's pretty logical, because if you go on Google Maps, you can actually see the where it could have ran at one stage, and the soil out there is so rich, very, very dark and rich. I'm still yet to get that analysed by. I did have a geologist friend, but he's in transit. He's trying to move house and all of his stuff, all of his equipment. He's an electrical engineer. He used to work with my stepfather, and yeah, used to work with Frank. It's my stepfather. He wasn't my real father, but by marriage. And that's another story as well. He was a very, very strict man. He was in the Air Force, the same as me. But there's a backstory to that as well. I'll put that up another day. But you know, coincidences, are they? Are there any such thing as coincidences? I don't know. But yeah, look. You see this water here though. See? Two white poles there. No idea. He has no idea. I mean, angles. These are angles. And you know, at night they came in here and they thought, oh, this old man's put this fence in. And I did all this by hand, guys. Because I was determined to get this fence in for my partner. She'd been asking me for a very long time, and he kept on pushing, putting it off, putting it off, pushing, putting it off, putting it off, because he overstretched himself. Oh yeah, I can go do that for you. Yeah, I'm a really nice guy. No, you're not. No, you would never, ever. I mean, it was all right to a point, and you know. Like I said, this shed and our little shed, look, you see the difference? This is an industrial shed. This is just a horse stable and little barn for a hobby farm. That's our one big tank, and we'll put another tank in, probably next to it. I've got a little water trough there, and it needs cleaning out at the moment, but the horses have got that much water, it's not funny, so it's alright. So anyway, the water flows, you know, it's not even pulled up here. That amount of water didn't even pull up here. But when this starts to seep across, you see, when it comes off his roof on the other side, and then it flows in that corner like I showed you, it will start. I'll come out and I'll show you. It'll start to run into here. So then he's giving us more water to soak in there, and then this here floods up. You know, this is where I put in the little drains to try and get all the water to run away. Even they're filling up, look. See? And that's just actually that water there. That water's just coming off my. Oh, sorry. Me and my partner's a camper van. That's all that is. But you can see that, yeah. That water pulls up here, and it pulls up to about here. So we're looking at you know, the water coming off of our the overflow, his massive structure here, flowing into here. This all here pulls up, And I had the water, and I had the water at the high point going into this one, which wouldn't, the levels weren't, you know, this one here was lower than this. But underground, guys, you've got to remember, underground, the water's flowing underground here, where the creek was, you see. The water flows underground. And this is just surface stuff. But even that amount of rain we just had hasn't even, nothing here. But we get more today, which is forecasted. This is going to pull up again, and I'll keep you posted of what's going on over here, because you know all this here pulls up, and then I get the pump out of the electric pump. Thank you, guy from the council, let me know. He was heaven sent, I'm sure. He's on holidays at the moment. And I probably put him through a bit of stress myself, and he's had to deal with a whole lot of stress, not only from this community, but every other community that's, guess what, 10 years behind in their flood management system. I wonder why that is, you know. We think we're paying taxes. Look, we're not. This is the real truth, all right? We're not paying taxes. You think you are, but you're not. It's all make-believe. And the money they pull up doesn't go back into fixing anything, because nothing's ever changed here. You know, you want change, give everyone $1 million, flip the system, okay? I've had said this before, this is just logic. You flip it, give everyone $1 million. Now that $1 million, everybody wants better roads. Well, you got $1 million, mate. Gina Reinhardt, I bet you, who was it? Joe Bioka Peterson? Built a road, mate. Whoa, U-Butte Road, all the way to his front door. Yeah? Do you remember that, guys? Do you remember that? See, that's the evil sickness and corruption we've got in our fucking governments. Gutterments, I call them. Fucking governments. My dad used to tell me stories about that when he was in the military and the government. You know, use them as fodder. He was a rear machine gunner in the back of a tank, and they used to drop the back down. They run out and flank left and flank right, right? And once you stand out, once you stand on the sides of a tank and it's being shot at, just think of that. The bullets raining down on you. No wonder my father was the way he was. I mean, my brothers don't understand it because they didn't think of this. You know, he was bastion and orphanage, and this is just getting too personal, too close to home, and this is why I need a therapist. And it's just, I'm sure my brothers, you know, just thought my dad was the way he was, angry, just wanted to fight him, you know. And I watched, as a child, watched all of that. Brother Colin probably copped it the worst, and then he took it out on me. Yeah, fucking pedophile. But it's just... Anyway, I digress. No wonder why I'm so stressed. I've kept this in for fucking 59. I'm a few months off 60. Yeah, I'll digress. It's time for a cuppa.